Let's talk about the economy and jobs. So on March 10th, I put out a chart showing what I thought was going to happen. Now, this is before the quarantine. The order is still the same, but the speed is going to be significantly greater. So I said that we had a 2-month window before serious job losses started to happen. And that's the window of opportunity for the government to treat this. And that window would have been correct if they acted with certainty, swiftness, and preparation. That's not exactly what happened. Companies were already starting to plan which parts of our business are going to be affected, who are the people we need to protect, operations we need to shut for safety, and maybe even for a longer period of time because there's going to be no business there. So what happens first in that job loss period is all of the consumer-facing industries that are directly affected start to go down one after the other. Retail, obviously, travel and anything travel related, events got slaughtered, everything got canceled there. Travel and transportation, so all of the airlines and Ubers and hotels. And when that typically happens, what a lot of corporations do if they have a good balance sheet is they'll freeze hiring. No more new employees. And whatever people leave, they leave, and they're not going to be replaced, at least for a while. But the companies that were already sort of on the edge, like retail and a lot of small businesses, those are going under. Those are going to be laid off, and we've seen it happen pretty much right away. The next thing that happens is all the consumer companies with strong financials start to lay people off. Credit card companies, for example. If all the stores are closed, nobody's spending, even though they are profitable and big and could weather somewhat of a storm. If you don't see business coming back, you have to lay people off. And then all the B2B services start to get hit, right? Because if all the consumer companies are starting to go away, then all of the marketing and finance and consulting services starts to go away. The last thing to be affected are tech companies. Software companies especially, just because they're super profitable and relative to their profit, they don't have that many employees. So they're able to ride it out much more. And also they have long-term contracts. Impact might be delayed for them because clients have to pay them unless they go into bankruptcy. And there are some industries that are relatively safe. Healthcare, medical devices, elder care, medicine, those are things people are going to still try to pay for long before they pay for entertainment or travel. Consumer staples, as we've seen companies like Walmart and Clorox and others that provide essentials, they're going to do fine during all of this. Even a lot of entertainment companies, so whether it's digital gaming, like PS2 or Netflix, anything that has a collection of games or movies or entertainment, when you send a bunch of people home, as we just did, there's going to be a lot of entertainment. And it's relatively cheap compared to other things you could be doing, like murdering gypsies. I'm kidding. Sorry. The other ones are utilities, right? Cell phones, things like that. I mean, you'd rather have someone die than your cell phone be taken away at this point. People might downgrade their packages because they're home and they're on Wi-Fi. So what is the impact going to be on the economy? Goldman Sachs is saying that this quarter, we're going to have a 24% drop in GDP. That is insane. Some others are projecting something in the 10 to 14% range, but 10 to 24% in a quarter is huge. They're expecting unemployment to surge to 9%. We were hovering at like 3%. 9% would be outrageous. This is millions and millions of people losing their jobs. That's not something the government can afford to support, not for very long. We've never seen a situation where all of these jobs are lost in one shot because we closed things down. That's never happened to my knowledge. And I think we'll start to see what the real picture is when the unemployment filings start coming in. And then in early April, we're going to get the March jobs numbers. And I'm not looking forward to that. And what's most at risk in our economy is small business. A lot of them are hanging by a thread. JP Morgan had a stat that 50% of small businesses only have 15 days worth of cash. 15 days is nothing. That means that they have to cut immediately. And realistically, we've already passed that timeline. A lot of them are closing down and we just don't feel it yet because everything is closed down. They're going to be gone and it's going to take a while for them to rebuild. And my concern is that the last recession had a huge impact on entrepreneurship. In fact, entrepreneurship numbers have never been this historically low. I think they can go even lower because when you put a bunch of small businesses out of commission, those people end up getting jobs or doing something else just because it's too hard. Like if you just manage to get a business up and running miraculously, it may not be doing sensationally, but at least you're earning a living. I just think it's going to be tough to get all those people enough money and motivate them enough to start again. And all of their kids and all the people who've seen this go down are going to be disincentivized because they see the risk. And that's a really dangerous thing to do to an economy. And again, a lot of it I think was avoidable. That's it for this section. Join me tomorrow for the next part in this series. And don't forget to subscribe to the email list here and join the Patreon for lots of members-only episodes. I'm Steve Faktor for the McFuture. See you tomorrow.